Hey everyone, it's me again, Shannon. I just wanted to get on here and make a quick update video. Well, not an update, I did an update last week. I guess it kind of is an update, sorry I'm rambling. I've been doing a lot of decision making and trying to figure out what I want to do. When I was 19 years old, I wanted lap band because back then, 10 years ago, gastric bypass was still risky, so I wanted lap band. Then back in 2009, when I started this whole process, I decided that gastric bypass was for me. But the more I thought about it, with all these failed attempts and finally being back on track where this time I'm definitely getting my surgery, no ifs, ands, or buts this summer, has made me think hard about it and decide, this is a life decision, so do I want gastric or do I want lap band? And I've thought long and hard about it. I've asked multiple people advice. I've researched more. I've compared. And it got me thinking. The only reason I chose to do gastric over lap band was because when you go to your orientation, they let you know that statistically, with gastric bypass, you will lose all of your extra weight, but that with lap band, you will only lose 60% of your extra weight. And for me, I was like, okay, well, I have 250 pounds to lose. I can't afford to go through this life-changing surgery and still be obese after it. So that's what made me decide to do gastric bypass. So the last few days, I've been on a mission to see if I can find anybody that's my size that got lap band and hit a normal BMI and a normal goal weight. And I found quite a few. I found ones that lost 200 pounds in as little as 18 months. No, I'm sorry, 11 months. I found ones that lost it in 18 months. I found multiple, probably about 10 people who were my size and lost 200 to 260 pounds within 2.5 years. So that made me realize it's definitely doable. It's just all on how I use this tool and how much I'm willing to work at it. And you bet your ass I'm willing to work at it. So I found this amazing lady, Sandy, on bandedliving.com, and I found out that Banded Wendy, knows her, so that made me feel a lot better. She was exactly my weight and exactly my height, and in 24 months, I believe, she lost all of her weight and hit her goal weight. That's amazing. So I am definitely determined and inspired by that, and determined and inspired by the other people I found. So I haven't even told anyone yet, including my mother, so you guys are first to hear. I have decided, after all my research, I am going to go with lap band. I hope nobody that's encouraged me to get gastric is upset with me. I mean, we're all good in this community. We all know both surgeries are amazing and life-saving, and everyone chooses the surgery they choose for their own reason. My surgeon also recently started doing DS, but it's too new to me that I don't feel comfortable with it yet. But anyways, I decided I'm going to do lap band. My reasonings are because lap band was the surgery I initially wanted 10 years ago. And it's just something in my gut is telling me that the band is for me. For some reason, and usually when I get gut feelings, I'm pretty right, and I've avoided many fatal situations by my gut feeling, and something is telling me not to get gastric bypass. Something is telling me to get lap band. So I don't know if something could go wrong with mine. I'll never know because I'm not going to go through with it and chance it. It's just something deep in my gut and passion about is telling me to go to the band. So I'm definitely getting the band. And when I see my surgeon on Monday, I will tell her my decision and talk with her. And she'll probably say, well, I told you should get gastric because of your amount of weight, but I know she'll support my decision no matter what, because she knows that I've always preferred the band and that it was mostly statistics persuading me to get the gastric bypass. So I don't feel comfortable getting something that I initially didn't even want when I've wanted the band so passionately for 10 years. And I feel like I can rock the band, no problem, and I feel confident now that I can hit a normal BMI and a normal goal weight on this band. So I have decided I will definitely go with the band. I know a lot of people were like, oh, you're crazy. I would never want something implanted in me. Well, you know what? It's there and it's life-saving and I don't care. And another thing is, it's like, for me, it's less invasive. I don't have to, I have severe anxiety and panic, and so just the thought of having my insides cut and rerouted kind of terrifies me. I think it's an amazing surgery, and I was all for it, and if it was the only option, I would get it. But I don't know, I'm just passionate about the band, and I'm probably rambling and making no sense, and I hope I'm not offending anybody. Like I said, I think both are great, and up until last night, I was still going to get gastric, but I have done a lot of soul searching, a lot of research, and just thought long and hard, and the band is for me. So I'm definitely going through with the band. I hope everybody supports my decision. If you don't, I'm sorry, but I have to do what I feel is right for me. I am terrified of needles, but I will deal with the fill. It's not that bad. This is a life-saving tool, so I will endure anything I have to endure. I am very excited about my decision. Another thing I like about it is that it is reversible. Not saying I'm ever going to get it out, but what I mean by that is, like, down the road I do want kids. That's a big reason I'm doing the surgery. So when I get pregnant, they could loosen the band a little if they had to, or do whatever they had to do. I don't know. I've had friends who got pregnant after gastric and had malnutrition because they couldn't eat enough while they were pregnant, and then I know people who had healthy babies, so I'm not knocking either one. That's not what I'm trying to do, and it probably sounds that way why I'm rambling, and I'm sorry. I'm just trying to tell people why I chose lap band. It's just, I don't know, it's something in my gut feeling. Like, what did you think when you first heard about weight loss surgery? Did you stick to one, like, did you say, oh, gastric bypass is for me, or lap band's for me, or dual and switch is for me, and stick with that, or did you switch? I've just decided that the first surgery that I wasn't scared of and that actually caught my mind was the band, and then statistics persuaded me. And I'm sorry, but I always beat the odds, so I'm not going to let a statistic beat me. I am going to get the band, and I'm going to be one of the statistics of people who lose 250 pounds on it, you know what I mean? So I'm going to cut this short because it's getting to be like 8 minutes, and I don't want to have you guys watch a long video of me rambling. So I will make a video Monday after my doctor's appointment and let you guys know how everything went with my meet of my surgeon and letting her know my decision to get lap band. Thank you. Hope everyone's doing good. Have a good weekend, and happy Mother's Day to all you beautiful mothers out there.